To the Point Business Tips is brought to you by the Corona Chamber of Commerce and is made possible with funds provided by the National Electrical Contractors Association, Southern Sierras Chapter, providing power to America for over 100 years, and by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Locals 440 and 477, supplying the skilled workforce lighting the way to America's future.
Hi and welcome to The Point. I'm David Oates with Stalwart Communications. Here's an all-too-familiar saga. An employee goes to the press claiming that she was regularly sexually harassed at your company with senior leadership knowledge, and by a lack of action, consent to the practice. Now, it's the first time you hear about this, but not before the blogosphere goes ballistic on the news. Scores of media are now calling, asking for a comment, and time is of the essence. Every minute you don't respond is one more minute that the other side gets to tell their story without rebuttal. Emotions are running very high, to say the least. So what do? First, take a breath. One long, slow, deep breath. I know it's counterintuitive. You feel compelled to get in there and refute the arguments while at the same time shine the true light on the accuser who is bent on discrediting you for their own personal, selfish benefit. In your heart of hearts, you know the allegations aren't true and are biting at the chance to defend them. You simply need to respond strongly and vehemently to the news organization's request for a statement or in-person interview right away. Take caution in going this route. There are several reasons not to do so, and these three are the biggest. First, you can't assume anything. Anyone who's ever been involved in a crisis communication issue knows that without exception, the original facts are at best incomplete, or at worst, flat out wrong. Chaos is going to ensue in practically every crisis communication event. First reports often come in unverified and will change as the situation unfolds. Taking the initial information at face value will almost certainly mean you'll be correcting, clarifying, or even retracting earlier statements. You'll leave your stakeholders and interested parties confused, turned off, and disinterested in doing business with you again. Second, do not attack the accuser. Even if this story is inflammatory, companies will not gain support for their position by going after the individual personally. Counter the claims if you must, but keep your punches clean and above the belt. Taking the high road is always a good tactic. And third, don't be over-animated. You need to show a sense of calm, while at the same time demonstrating care and concern for the matter. It's a delicate balance that, if played right, will make you the voice of reason in the crisis. You'll need to be approachable, on message, and most important, the steady Eddie. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot more that goes into developing a good crisis communication plan, but none will be effective if you don't present a calm, cool, and confident persona. I'm David Oates with Stalwart Communications, and thanks for watching To The Point.
To the Point Business Tips is brought to you by the Corona Chamber of Commerce and is made possible with funds provided by the National Electrical Contractors Association, Southern Sierras Chapter, providing power to America for over 100 years, and by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Locals 440 and 477, supplying the skilled workforce lighting the way to America's future.